Hi guys, Trevor Swenson back with Through the Darkness, my personal journey with trauma and stressor-related disorder. I wanted to talk to you today about a phrase. If you are walking through trauma or processing trauma or are in the PTSD world of survival like I am, I found it very interesting that the average length of time that it takes for somebody to get help in a trauma situation that has affected them greatly or has been very, very intrusive in daily life, like it has been mine. You know that it's affected literally every area of my life, even my everything down to my the very most intimate things like my marriage and my immediate family, my extended family, my ties to society, my physical well-being. It has really affected me. I don't have to go on about how trauma can and does affect people, but I found it very interesting that I learned that only 7% of people go and get professional help or find professional help within the first year of knowing that they have been traumatized and things are not right with their daily life, their physiology, and how they are feeling mentally about a situation or a series of situations that occurred in their life. 7%. So that means that 93% of people that know something has affected them deeply, that they've not been able to handle, that it has overwhelmed their ability to cope. 93% of people don't get help within the first year, and the average is 12 years. 12 years. Think about that. 12 years of trying to figure things out on your own. 12 years of not having the best resources or a deep sense of knowledge as to really what happened in your particular situation. That's a long time. And I'm a walking, living example of exactly that equation. I fought and I fought and I fought, and my health declined and continued to decline. I continued to have issues and problems that were very, very intrusive, and finally, essentially, completely shut down. My final days before I had my lowest moments in my walk with PTSD, I literally just collapsed from the weight of PTSD. I literally couldn't go any further emotionally, mentally, physically. I was done. And my mistake was I waited too long to get professional help. And if you take nothing else from this message today, I want you to know that you are in the majority if you have not reached out to process your trauma that has become intrusive in your daily life, whether that be professionally or relationally or socially. Whatever it is, you know what it is. It's your trauma, and nobody can define what was traumatic to you. You may quietly think and beat yourself up that whatever it was that you survived really wasn't that traumatic. You know what? It doesn't matter, because if it was traumatic to you, it matters. And I want you to understand today that the trend in treating trauma and PTSD is we wait too long. And I'm a perfect example of exactly that. I waited too long. And I can't spend my life, and I won't spend my life, sitting and wondering what it could have been like had I gotten help, had I gotten out, had I gotten away sooner, what it might look like today. Would I be as numb? Would I be at ground zero like I am currently in my walk with PTSD? Would it have made a difference? I can't sit and dwell on that. But what I can do is that I can talk to people like you who are watching this right now and tell you that you are in the majority if you have not done something about what has traumatized you in your life. You are in the majority. The average, remember, is 12 years. 12 years to get help with processing trauma, whether that trauma was in your childhood, whether that trauma was in your profession, whether that trauma was in a relationship that you were in. People wait way too long to get help. And so I challenge you today just to get help, just to reach out and get help. There are professionals that know so much about trauma that will at least help you to, if nothing else, understand why your situation was traumatic, help you understand a path to recovery, and help you understand maybe some of the adaptations that you have made in your life to survive, like they did for me, that put those adaptations out there that were unhealthy for me and gave me small goals and small steps to step over those hurdles and to continue to allow my brain to heal through neuroplasticity. Your brain can heal, and your brain will heal. I just want you to get help. PTSD has become front and center in so many areas of healthcare, and I really want to be a voice for people of validation, of encouragement, and also to challenge you that you are worth getting healthy. You are worth it. Your worth is greater than what you are feeling right now and what you are walking through. There are people that love you. There's a God whose love is unshakable for you exactly where you're at right now. Even if you are in the middle of the throes of chemical dependency or emotional instability, I want you to know today that God loves you just as much in the middle of your trouble and your trauma as he ever has. And I want you to find a sense of peace in that as well. So I just wanted to share that with you, that you most likely are in the majority, and I hope that brings you a sense of calm and also encourages you and challenges you to step out and to get help for processing your trauma. Even if it isn't full-blown PTSD like mine is, I want you healthy. I want you whole, because you have what somebody needs. You were created specifically for somebody else's needs, and I want to see you walk that out. I can't wait to see you next time. Click subscribe. Thanks for being with me today.